What is going on, guys? Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are here with more seasonal content to go over. Because season of or episode, guys, I'm gonna call it seasons all the time. Episode Revenant though is gonna be here. Came yesterday, reset, bringing some brand new weapons into the game and returning kind of weapons as well. But what we are looking at today is gonna be the brand new seasonal hand cannon called the Exuviae. We're gonna call it XU because the XU is just easier to say. But the XU itself, this is gonna be the seasonal hand cannon. It looks pretty sick and everything. Kind of just remind you of maybe one of the old school sort of, you know, the old fashioned hand cannon. That's what it's gonna actually feel like as well. It has the same sort of gun model and everything. But it is gonna be a pretty dope hand cannon. 120 RPM stasis as well. So actually a decent ass sort of weapon to get in that freaking top slot. We don't really have many aggressive frames in the top slot. Especially not a stasis as well. But as I said, this is gonna be the seasonal hand cannon you can obtain by just basically doing the story mode. Finish the episode or whatever, you'll get eventually a roll. This is the curated version, I'm pretty sure, with triple tap and of course headstones. So it's a really nice one for PvE, but there is going to be other ones you can definitely rock up with. And PvP wise, we're probably going to use this one, which is going to of course be this one here, which I have enhanced and everything. So the XU itself, this has some banger freaking rolls. The one we're going to be going in with is to the Pain Precision Instrument, which is probably one of the better ones to kind of get for this. Obviously you got the tactical weapon mod because there's new mods, boys. You can actually put your hand or put your weapons on. Well, you can kind of see on the screen all the sorts of other rolls you can get. So you can get some banger perks on this weapon. So you can get things like Keep Away, you can get things like the Rhymes Theater, which is a really nice perk. As I said, you got the tone to the pain, you got the little wolf. You also will have things like Frenzy, which is pretty dope. You got Desperate Measures, and of course the explosive payload. I will say, rolls wise, it's not exactly built for PvP, even though it would actually be a decent hand cannon. The Precision Instrument is really the main kind of I'd say perk here you kind of want for PvP. Maybe with Lone Wolf could be really dope. And of course this will have the seasonal Ardent trait called the Dark Ether Reaper, which basically final blows the weapon periodically spawns dark ether charges, and if you run into these orbs or shoot them, you will overflow the magazine, which is hella freaking dope. It's actually such a nice Ardent trait in PvE. PvP not so much because you just never proc it. But I will say overall, the XU, this is probably going to be worth getting your hands on, but we have to showcase this in some PvP and PvE. So without further ado, let's go into PvP with the XU hand cannon. Alrighty, so we are going to be going into some PvP with our XU and the Rusted Lance. So this should be a decent amount for it because it's right in the wheelhouse of a 120, but this should be pretty dope. As I said, 120s they can do really well. And oh man, it's got double tap because he got team shot, and we'll get this guy as well. Look at us go. But this is going to be to the pain, of course, with that Precision Instrument, which I will say is probably one of the better PvP sort of perk setups. Oh buddy, you're 1 HP. But it's probably going to be one of the better perk setups, I'd say, for this hand cannon. And oh, freaking just annihilated me with the rose. But yeah, there isn't exactly, I'd say, like kill clips or anything like that for this. So Precision Instrument's probably going to be the top slot one in the right side, and then maybe Keep Aways or whatever in the left. But for the most part, this still should feel pretty juicy. And I will say, as far as kinetic 120s go, there isn't that many that come to mind anywhere. A lot of people use them. There's like the Pure Poetry, and oh my god, he just got absolutely triple tapped. And yo guys, let me heal for a sec. You're gonna actually peek me, and oh my god, I got the whole freaking Spanish Armada coming after my ass. Get this guy though, buddy. Oh, if he killed me, I would have been so freaking mad. But you can kind of see, because I'm only using primary only, my 2 of the pain is just racked to the tent. It's just never dropping because I don't switch the damn weapon. And oh my. Okay, we're just going to ignore that. That was close quarters. And there is a little bit of bloom to this, I'm not going to lie. When you shoot with this thing, look at it. It kind of bounces and there is a little bit of bloom. So, or muzzle flash. I've said that before and it's got absolutely one tap. Why does the Hawkmoon one taps always kill me? But yeah, I've talked about freaking bloom before, muzzle flash and everything, and everyone's going, it's not bloom, it's muzzle flash. So the muzzle flash is pretty deep on this. So if you're trying to get 1v1s going, it can distract you, but I still will say that the hand cannon, it feels it feels pretty nice. Like, look at that 93. We get the 2 of the pain kind of going because I'm ass, but you know, we get all the benefits because I miss so many shots that take so much damage. And when you get Precision Instrument going, it means you can go for those like kind of 2v1 sort of situations. As I said, I would have loved the kill clip because this is like basically the old-fashioned model. You'll see when we reload, doing this like whole dropping the gun barrel down and then popping the freaking no, what is it, the cylinders, popping that out. That's a real old-fashioned sort of weapon kind of vibe to it, and that used to have kill clip. This doesn't, which honestly for me, it just should. I don't know why it doesn't. And it didn't even get the assist for the other guy. But if they gave this weapon kill clip, it would have been so juicy for 2 tapping. I mean, maybe a little bit broken, but oh, it would have been so freaking nice. Now, there are some of the ranges I probably shouldn't be trying to go at. And what are your 1 HP? And oh my god, no, not the other guy to actually kill me. Oh my god, we're so close to a triple tap. The one thing I'll give the XU though is that it does feel pretty sticky. I'm not gonna lie. When you get into like 1v1, you can hit headshots pretty freaking cleanly with this, which I think it's like the only thing you really want out of a hand cannon anyway, but it just has that gun model where if you get used to it, you will slay with it. Now, I'm not going to say I'm the best person for this gun model. I'm more of an igneous man myself, but for the most part, if you can use this hand cannon, you will probably slay a lot of people. It's just, it will have a lot of competition. Maybe not in the top slot, but it will still have competition. But there's the triple tap. I'm telling you, when you hit your dome skis, we're so dead. But yeah, if you can get good with this sort of hand cannon, I'm telling you, you will just absolutely slay people. And of course, I'm going to get freaking supered. I mean, if there's a super, that's the very first super of the game, and it freaking kills me, and I just spawn there after getting with a hoarded. What is this, Bungie? Why am I always the one to die to goddamn freaking supers? Oh god. Oh, here comes a daybreak. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, I can't even dip. I'm so at this game. Every time I'm doing decent with a weapon, I just go on an absolute death montage. I'm gonna die to the same goddamn super. I go on a death montage because Bungie decides to spawn me beside supers all the time. But we'll triple tap this guy. Oh, he's rifted up. We'll get him now, though. Buddy peeking again. You know you want to. You're in a rift. You're brave, right? Everyone grows an extra pair of balls when they're in a freaking rift, thinking they're gonna take on the world, and they just get triple tapped by a 120. But that's what I'm saying. It does feel pretty sticky when you kind of hit your headshots. Obviously, precision instrument can go in real ham. We're actually gonna super this up because there's two dudes here. And yo, buddy, get your ass over here. Give me the freaking heal. Oh, you're gonna challenge it, huh? You're gonna freaking challenge it. Oh, come here, Sumsy. Where you going, huh? Wait, your man's... My good god, he's actually dipping. Buddy, get your ass back here and face the wrath of the freaking... Oh, my freaking bird actually killed someone. He legit was going to freaking for stock. He was running miles away. But as I said, if you do like this sort of model, there isn't many in the game, really. I think Old Fashioned is like the only one I can kind of think of. There was another one that was 140. Maybe that was the Old Fashioned. There was another one that was 120. But it is a kind of cool gun model. Very, very rarely used. And of course, I'm going to get supered again. Oh, he's 1 HP. I had to do it, guys. If someone team shot me, we kill him. But this gun model, it is a really sort of, I'd say, rare gun model. They rarely ever usually use it. So if you liked it, you're gonna absolutely love this Exuviae. It could definitely go in. We have to shop, but it could definitely go in PvP. I think that if you're good with it, you will absolutely slay with this. 120 still do pretty well. Obviously, I think on a lot of maps, 140s are probably gonna still be your better bet. Like Rose just absolutely slays PvP. But on a longer range map, if you're competing against Igneuses, this might be a great one in the top slot if you want to use something else in that energy. So as I said, I would definitely be looking out for some rolls of this, especially if you don't like Criminal Stagger. It's like the only other kinetic 120 that's somewhat useful. And do not request me, buddy. Do not freaking request me. Freaking die. And oh my... That's it. That's like the second one he's got in like 2 seconds. No, I died to like freaking 10 supers this game. Well, guys, the old curse rings true. If they've got a freaking super, it's most likely gonna kill me. That's the only way in this game. Every time I play this, every single super comes after my ass, and yo, I gotta uninstall. I have to uninstall. Like, what is this? The cha-cha freaking boogaloo slide into a super. You couldn't even kill me with a slide. Just put me out of my misery. You've got to super that shit as well. Oh god, this is just torture. This is pain. I mean, the hand cannon's dope, but I'm just getting absolutely shafted by the game. Like, you can hit domes like that and it feels juicy, but then I get shafted by every single super known to mankind. Ah, buddy, you're 1 HP. Do not kill me, thank god. But like, I can get the kills when they're using a damn super, and okay, I messed that up. I thought I killed him, so I went to go flick the next guy. Without the kill clip's a little bit sad, but for the most part, this thing, it can't clap in PvP. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things, of course, with their XU and everything. And this is where it actually be, I wouldn't say better, but it's definitely going to be useful in PvE because it is going to be Stasis weapon. And Stasis doing so well right now, you can definitely see it's going to do absolute work. Now, this is, I think, the curated version. This is going to be a triple top headstone sort of one. So, obviously on Stasis builds or with, obviously, people using a different sorts of rhyme and, like, crystallizing and all that sort of jazz. This should be really, really nice. And this is where I'll get this Ardent trait actually going way more than what obviously PvP is never really get it going. One thing, actually, with these Ardent or seasonal weapons is that the Ardent trait is legit near impossible to really proc PvP, which I don't really like because it's basically... your whole freaking, what's it called, perk is just useless at that stage, but PvE, this is where I should be able to proc a lot more like this. And we get the overflow, and of course I get an overflow, and a freaking thing lands on me. Are you serious? But yeah, obviously with the headstone and everything, it's gonna be somewhat nice when you get kills and everything like that. Obviously, you get the crystals kind of spawning like this, and there's my crystal. And then you can pop your crystals if you want to do some more damage. I do not have... oh, actually I have prismatic on. I can get freaking radiant going. Don't worry, boys. I've got this ass. We freaking stood him, and there we go. Look at that. Easy freaking peasy. But yeah, obviously PvE, this is where it's going to be a lot more, I'd say, conventional to get the perks and everything kind of going with the triple tapping and also the headstones and whatnot. It's actually not going to be bad. As I said, any sort of stasis weapon right now is going to do absolute work PvE. So it is nice to have something that hits kind of hard as well. I know autos and all that sort of stuff are going to probably be more bang for your buck, but being able to obviously to shoot the crystal and then being able to pop water out the orb and get my ammo back and get like an overflow, it actually is really, really nice. I don't know how I'm not one-shotting half these freaking things though. Get rid of that guy. No, give me the kill. And we'll get this one. There's my orb so I can waste some ammo. Then shoot it. And there we go. Back to max. It is, honestly, it is really, really nice. As I said, I would definitely say triple tap is a nice addition to this weapon too, because you will go out of bullets fast. These are 120s where they have a really low sort of magazine size already too. It's basically the old sort of school, like as I said, the old fashioned and all that sort of jazz. They're really low magazine size. This has a backup mag on it as well, but yeah, I would say that they need to, it will have to compete against like the bold endings, which I think in general is a better PvE sort of hand cannon, just because of how obviously the weapon works and everything, the two burster or whatnot, and different perks. It is craftable and everything, so there is a lot of competition against this one. The only thing I can really give this though is that its ardent trait is honestly really, really sweet. As I said, the overflow of magazine goes in absolute clutch, and obviously because it is a stasis weapon, it will just do well this season anyway. So compared to other hand cannons that maybe aren't the bold ending, it will do well. And I had a freaking overflow ready to go. Yo, okay, I need to differ a sec because wait, what? I have the wrong freaking setup on. I have the wrong freaking setup on. I wanted to make a goddamn stasis turret. Oh, I want to consume my grenade. Oh, what a freaking rip. Well, I will say that it is a really nice sort of weapon and everything. I think it handles really nicely, especially if you like these sorts of, I'd say, hand cannons. If you were a fan of like the old-fashioned back in the day, or any of these sorts of ones where when you reload, it does like a little drop down, sort of like a Western sort of hand cannon. But not really, because they were actually like magnums. But you know what I'm saying. It's basically old school sort of weapons. If you did like them, it is going to be a really nice sort of hand cannon to get your hands on. As I said, 120 goodness, stasis and everything. It's got a lot going for PvE, as I said. Ooh, world drop, we'll take it. But it does have a lot going for it compared to other hand cannons maybe in the game. And that is seasonal, as I said, so you do get that juicy ardent trade. As I said, stasis right now is just like, if you're not using stasis, you're trolling. You're actively freaking trolling, because it's just honestly that insane. Come muchachos here though. Clear them out real quick. Give me the orb. Ooh, I think I procced it with something. My arc soul again, man. Arc soul is freaking MVP for shooting that freaking turret or orb, whatever you want to call it. Every time I proc it, my arc soul just comes in clutch and shoots it for me, so I never have to really reload. Buddy, can you just freaking get shot in the head, please? Thank you. Oh, getting blasted, boys. We're getting blasted. Give me the orb. There we go. I wonder if I can rob teammates, because I don't know if, like, sometimes I just spawn an orb. It's like, did I even hit anyone there? And oh my god, now we're cooking. Look at all this stasis nonsense, and then we get the instant reload. Oh man, it's just beautiful. Honestly, this is just art. This is art in freaking motion. Poetry in motion is the better art, like, probably word for it, but it's just pure art. Alrighty, time for, of course, the final boss time with the little Exuviae. And I will say overall, I actually really like the hand cannon. I still do think though that bold endings for me will be the more influential sort of PvE hand cannon, even though this is kind of fun with the, as I said, the ardent trait and stuff. Bold endings just kind of gives you a little bit more when it comes bang for your buck, maybe because it's shooting 2 bullets at a time. But that doesn't mean it's bad or anything either. This thing can actually clap out. Obviously, the damage is going to be nutty, but for me, 120s in PvE, they hit hard. It's just, I don't like the RPM because there's so many odds. Yeah, you can one-tap a lot of things, but you can do that with, of course, like a normal-ass freaking hand cannon. Probably some of these, like the big guys, you could shoot a couple more shots at them, but for the most part, other hand cannons will just one-tap a lot for you, so that is where I'm saying. Oh my god, kill him real quick. Did I spawn an orb? I did. And you guys just all dealt with the boss. But yeah, I will say that, yeah, PvE, I just rather high RPM weapons and everything. But that does not mean that this is bad or whatnot. It's just, I feel like there's just other stasis hand cannons in the game you might want to use. Even Ice Luna might be there as well. But overall, this is going to be the actual instant PvE and everything. Pretty dope. And honestly, I think it's a decent ass weapon for PvP as well. Well, that is it from me, and of course, the XU hand cannon itself. As I said, this is a bit of a banger, I'm not gonna lie. I did really like PvP, even though we kind of just got slaughtered. It was still doing well in the 1v1s. I will still say, though, people are gonna default more to their Igneuses and everything like that as well, because conditional finality Igneus still go to combo. But I do think this is a very solid weapon to get in that top slot. The only thing I will say is that it has a really bad reload, and it's kind of a thing with this gun model where you kind of flick the gun down. They've always had a kind of bad reload, and it doesn't have kill clip, which is really surprising. I know they probably didn't want to two-tapping hand cannon again, but Old-fashioned was a 2-tapper. There was Home for Loss as well, which didn't have kill clip, but the old-fashioned was basically this weapon, and it had kill clip, which made it so freaking dope to absolutely annihilate people. But now it's come back as an XU, and it doesn't have that damage increasing perk. It doesn't even have like a rampage or anything. The only thing you have is a precision instrument, which PvP wise, it is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not exactly the absolute 2-tapper. So I'm kind of sad that it doesn't have any of that. But I will still say, perks wise, it's probably built and geared more toward the PvE. You can kind of see rolls wise it definitely is, and you've seen how well it can do PvE, especially with this iron trade. I'm telling you, this iron trade is just, it's so juicy PvE. It goes in so well. So I will say overall, the XU, if you are going to get some rolls of it, it'll be nice PvP, don't get me wrong, but I will still say people would rather go in with like the better options like the Igneous or whatnot. Even Criminal's Dagger might be up there as well, but I will say that it is pretty sticky. And then when it comes to PvE, you got things like Headstone, you've got, of course, the explosive payload and all that sort of jazz. So 100% as a stasis weapon, it's going to be really good. But overall, it's definitely worth picking up some rolls of it. Do not dismantle as well, because this is pure RNG. No crafting seasonal weapons anymore. So yeah, if you get rolls and they're really good ones, don't instantly dismantle them, because it is pure RNG. But regardless, if you like the video, just like, and if you want to see more content, subscribe, and fantastic day. And hopefully I'll see the next collective in the next one.